Natasha, nightmares are scary.
Girl, we gotta talk.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Snap Sisters vlog. I'm Vivien Snaps.
And I'm Natasha Snaps.
And today, we are here to discuss nightmares. Ooh. Ooh. I'm Natasha's biggest nightmare. Let's face it. Face facts.
Just need some bug spray to get rid of her.
It's called lice and there's nothing to be ashamed of, okay? On today's episode, we are going to discuss some of our most terrifying nightmares. Some of them are reoccurring. I guess I'll start. From the time I was very little, I have always shared a bedroom with Natasha. And we lived in this house one time that we had bunk beds. And I would always remember being at the top bunk. I think I insisted being on the top.
Imagine Vivien atop.
Oh, how things have changed. But anywho, I digress. This is part one of the nightmare. That actually wasn't a nightmare. It kind of crossed over. Freddy Krueger action, kind of. Every night, I would go to sleep, and when I wake up, I would be on the floor. It's like I fell off the bed every night, but it wouldn't wake me up. So I always thought like somebody was taking me out of my bed and placing me on the floor every night. Isn't that creepy? To think that somebody, whether it be someone physical or like a ghost or something, was taking me and placing me on the floor. But I always had an occurring dream with it. The dream was, and this felt so real. So we had this dresser in the bedroom. It was a very plain light wood dresser, didn't have anything on it. So this one night when I went to bed at the top bunk, like always, I dreamt that this woman in white came through our bedroom door and she had like a bucket with her. And it was a bucket with red stuff in it. Right? It's like blood. Right? So she walks over slowly. She doesn't notice me, but I notice her, and I have the covers like up to my face. Going, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. There's a woman in this bedroom with a bucket. So I'm watching her. She doesn't notice me. I'm thanking God, because I'm ready to pull that blanket off from my head, honey. I'm ready. So she walks over slowly to the dresser, puts down the bucket, pulls out a brush, and starts painting with red on the dresser. Then she looks over at me and she knows I'm there. And I freak out and I pull the blankets over my head. I had that dream like every night. The first night when I woke up, I went over to the dresser. There were red marks on the dresser. I had never noticed those marks before, but they were there after the first dream. Now, I would have this dream every night, and she would be painting every night and noticing me, but no more marks appeared on it. It's just the marks that originally were put on from the first dream were still there. Isn't that
She, you actually told me about this when we were children, and I don't know if it was the first time you had the dream or something, and I actually did go over to the dresser because she was like, you know, you won't believe that I had this nightmare, and there were red marks on the dresser, and I went over there and there actually was. It was like a red X on the top of the dresser, just a little tiny like red X, and it was there.
So I don't know if that falls into nightmare or ghost story, because I want to say it was a nightmare, but the evidence kind of says, well, it was a ghost. did I witness her, this ghost, come into the bedroom and paint on the dresser every night and then lift me out of my bed after I covered myself up and put me on the floor? I don't know. Natasha, what's a nightmare you had?
Okay. Actually, a nightmare that I had was a recurring nightmare again. Apparently that happens a lot with us.
Yeah.
But, there was this house that was straight across from us, and for some reason I would always be looking out the window in the dream, and I would be terrified of this house that was across the street. And I don't know why. But, I would walk to the bathroom, and there in the bathroom I would see my entire family dead in the bathroom. It would be my mom would be in the bathtub, and she'd be all bloody and dead and everything. Vivien would be on the floor, and I would be just terrified. And then all of a sudden they will start coming back to life. And of course I am terrified of that, so I start screaming. But you know, in dreams, well, at least for me, when you try to scream, nothing ever comes out. I mean, you try and try and try hard to scream, but absolutely nothing comes out, or it's very, very weak. Well, anyway, I run from the bathroom into the living room, and I'm terrified. I feel like there's a man after me, and I'm just trying to find somewhere to hide. And there wasn't a bookcase in the living room where the house that we used to live in, but in my dream there was this big bookcase, and I would pull it out and I would hide behind the bookcase. And the entire time I would feel like this person's getting closer and closer, and I'd be absolutely terrified. And then I would just wake up. And I swear I would have that dream about once a week.
It's funny that you said that about, you know, your mother being killed in the bathtub, because I used to have a recurring nightmare that you were the one dead in the bathtub. And you never came back to life. I always discovered you laying in the bathtub, killed, a bloody mess everywhere, and I'd wake up and I'd be so sad, like I just experienced that. And that's something that occurred like quite often. So it wasn't like anything like, oh my god, you're a zombie, you're chasing me. No, it was just, I would walk into the bathroom. It's a very short dream. Walk into the bathroom, you're dead. I feel really sad in a panic. I'm not afraid for my own life, which is weird because if I walked in and you murdered, I'd be like,
well, there that is.
God.
Time to get on with my life.
No, I'd be really sad. And then I'd wake up abruptly after finding you and just be like, oh my god, my brother's dead. You know, it's just that thing.
But in my nightmare, I didn't have the feeling like it was anybody from my family chasing me. It was like it was the person who killed them that was chasing me. That's what I had the feeling of. I never actually saw the person, but I was running for my life and hiding behind a bookcase, and it didn't even exist in our house. There you go.
That's very Scooby-Doo. Like, running behind a bookcase. Like, I like that. Did you later, like, hop into your, like, mystery machine with a talking dog, darling?
Not so much.
Yeah. I think she did. She's just leaving that out so we can make it a little more creepy.
You don't need to know about my secret life, okay? Just saying.
Well, that's going to do it for this very scary episode of the Snap Stitches vlog. Until next time, you know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe. And do not forget to share this video. Until next time, love you guys. Bye. Mwah.